3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Forex Trading Show. Forex trading live every weekday morning. Real trades, real profits, zero analysis. Set back, relax, and get ready to profit. And now, your host, Terry from FXWithTerry.com.
Welcome, Forex traders. Let's get into this after last week's absolute, I'm going to say it, batshit crazy market. We have had virtually zero movement. We had a few closures, a few stragglers overnight, and if we look at any of my monitoring accounts, they're not going to be profitable. Most likely the trade is profitable, but I had put all my monitoring accounts pretty much on a pause because the market, we've never seen the push like we seen last week. We'll talk about that for a long, long time, I'm sure. A lot of lessons learned. Let me jump into a couple different random things. We're looking at the free signal here, okay? AUD/CAD is a absolute good buy. This is a great example of what the market did on so many different pairs. It's literally impossible to make any sense of it. Impossible to make any sense of it. I'm not even going to try to make sense of it. I'm just going to say here's where we're at. So one thing I had said last week was, I know, and listen, this is going to be painful for me to say this, but the people that said that they had to take some losses last week because of the crazy market, I'll guarantee you, I finally got to talk to just about everybody. You know what they all told me? Yeah, I was bidding this much and I increased my bid. You're going to get burnt. I mean, you're going to hate me saying that. You're going to hate me. I get it. Because I am, I'm always telling you, just relax. Like, you had a great profitable week last week, so you double your bid? Or you increase it by a massive factor. Someone went from 0.15, or I'm sorry, someone went from a 15 multiplier to a 20 multiplier. Jesus. It doesn't take that much. I'm going to suggest, mark this on your calendars, June 1st of every year, I'm taking my bids way back. Because what's happening? Why is this happening? We've got summer months. We're in an election year. It's like they were waiting to do that to us. The banks, the hedge funds, they dumped billions of dollars into the market, because if you go look at the candlesticks right now, like go look at AUD, JPY on the day chart. Look at the last two candles. Doji, huge indecision candles. Basically equal up as it is down, and there's no body of the candle. That's what today's candle is on the AUD JPY day chart. It's just absolute indecision. Absolute indecision. I'll show you why. Or I shouldn't say I'll show you why. I don't know why. Doesn't matter why. I am going to show you something, though. Let's look ahead. Again, we're looking at the free signal, AUD/CAD. That's how many this pair normally would only go 2 or 3 trades deep. And what is it now? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 trades deep. Yes, it's still a good buy. It's still a good buy trade. Let's look at the chart and then we'll go look at something else. So this is looking pretty good. Let me get a little markup on here. Price is right here and take profit is right here. Now, I had said last week, I'm going to help those that overbid and want to regain some profits back. I said it very quickly. Everybody's like, Terry, what trade am I getting into today so I can win all of my losses back? I'm going, hold the fuck on. This is not the market to be recovering losses in. You don't take, and that's called chasing the price. You don't take some losses last week And all of a sudden just start over leveraging, I called out a CAD Chief trade. We'll look at it. Called out a CAD Chief trade last night in the group, and it's nicely profitable for me right now, I believe. But everyone's like, should I jump into this now? How much lot size should I go into? I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's like, please be an adult and make your own financial decisions. And you stop fucking trading emotionally, please. Stop trading emotionally. Trade technically. If I'm calling out a trade, again, I'm an idiot. I'm a hack. Don't listen to me. You've got to make your own decisions. But at least, because I probably have a little more experience than you do, at least go, okay, well, here's what Terry's doing. Do I believe that would be good for me? Or am I jumping into a trade when we're already in a crazy-ass market? My margin level percent is already low. Should I just jump into one because Terry said so? Yeah, you should. No, you shouldn't. Right? You got to make your own decisions. It's pretty crazy how emotionally unstable absolute adults are to make very childish decisions and get all excited. Listen, you do not make your losses back the week after you've had a loss. And if your loss was because you were bidding too much, there's the one thing. The only thing, here's the thing. Even if you bid the absolute minimum last week, you were probably still in massive trouble. So I'm not going to put it on the fact that that everyone was bidding too much. When you were bidding too much, it just goes against you that much faster. That's all. Even if you had a 0.01 lot size last week, if you were trading the wrong pair. Now, what's interesting, had you been trading the hybrid feed that I have, you'd be in this trade right now, AUDCAD. Oddly enough, just by luck of chance, it's also the free signal. Okay? It's not always going to work out that way. In fact, I can make it not work out that way. But I'm not afraid to say, hey, the free signal is also what's being traded in the hybrid feed. So there's no solution today, Monday, for you to gain any loss back unless you're willing to just push. It's very risky to do anything in this market. Very risky. It just is. It's always risky. It's very risky right now. Let me show you something. Let me open up the browser and let's take a look at Forex Factory News. So you can see this here, Monday, July 29th, zero high impact news. That's why literally nothing is going on. Nothing's going on. Yeah, Mark says, last week felt very real, planned by the market. Absolutely. They dumped billions of dollars across the board into all kinds of random currency pairs that, they've basically, I see it this way. I could be wrong, but I see that they knew foreign exchange is exactly that. Forex, foreign exchange. These foreign countries do business all over the world and they exchange currencies. They collect maybe the Australian dollar when they're Canadians, but they need to exchange that. So they hold on to it, and then dump it into the market, which is when the market makers dump the money into the market, they're going into drawdown, but they're also knocking out all kinds of traders. Like they waited. You get really comfortable on AUD, CAD, let's say, or CAD, CHF. You get real comfortable. Low movers, 35, 40 pips, 50 pips a day type of thing. And you get real comfortable with it, so you start trading those because you're like, I'm going to trade the slower moving pip. And then they wreck your account because they take that thing 40 trades deep in recovery to try to get out of the trade. I'm not going to say right or wrong direction because you enter the trade and you manage it. Trade management is 99.9999999% of the game. Just is. Trade management. So check this out. Now, if I go, this is Monday's news. If I go to Tuesday, look at this. We are going to start getting hit as of, what's this say, Euro all day tomorrow. US dollar launches at 10 a.m. We got an Australian dollar at 9:30 p.m. That's gonna hit. And then tentative Japanese yen all day. Potentially going to get hit. I believe we're going to get it. I believe they're waiting for this to move back towards take profit in all of these pairs. I could be wrong. They could be waiting for this news to move it even farther away. Just depends on what trades you are in. Wednesday, look at this. Japanese yen again, tentative 5 a.m. euro. 8:15 a.m. U.S. dollar, 8:30 Canadian dollar in U.S. dollar, 10 a.m. U.S. dollar, 2 p.m. U.S. dollar, 2:30 p.m. U.S. dollar. We're going to get hit. I would imagine this should generate a lot of movement. That's Wednesday. Here's Thursday. British pound at 7 a.m., U.S. dollar at 8:30 a.m., U.S. dollar again, and then guess what? That's Thursday. Guess what Friday? Non-farm payroll this Friday, first Friday of the month. So, man, is that going to move. We've got, today it's going to be like yawn, take a nap, and I think the rest of the week we're going to see some serious movement. I'm hoping. All you can do is hope. Hope is an empty box you carry around, hoping other people fill it up. I get it. But I'm going to use the term because a lot of other people are in tune with that word. I'm not as much as anybody else. But let's hope that this movement pushes all of these really negative currency pairs back towards positive take profit direction. We'll see. But here's what's interesting too. And I'm not going to lie. I just showed you what looks to be a ton of news Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It may do nothing because they blew their wad last week, last Wednesday, last Thursday on moving the market. It's so unpredictable. I wish I could say it's going to be all kinds of crazy movement. It looks like there potentially could be. So in terms of taking the free signal, if you're not in any trades right now, you could do an AUD CAD buy. Looking good. You got to take the risk that you got to take on your own account. If you're trading the 10 pip hybrid feed, guess what? You're in these trades right now. You're in them. If it went too far for your account, you started reducing your bid on those later trades, you're either going to get out at a break even, unless we get more trades, you're either going to get out at a break even or a slight loss on this. Technically, the system's not going to take a loss because it can handle the mathematics we're looking at here, which is all this is, trade management / mathematics. So there's not really results to look at. We've closed a few trades in the monitoring account, the overall system monitoring account, my system, which is called Premium Signals Monitor. The main algorithm, I call it the 10 pip automation. So not really any results to look at. The market isn't doing anything. It would be unfair to look at the monitor results. In fact, I'll get a little technical with you here. I think we had a USD Chief close last night, a Euro CAD or a Euro AUD close last night. And one of the things I'm doing, and you need to be thinking this way, it's kind of naturally happening, but you need to be thinking this way. On the overall algorithm, and I did this all night. I was up every time I heard a trade closure, and there was only like 2 or 3 of them. I'm turning that currency pair off. We need to put all of the power of our account, which is our margin level percent, into getting all of these trades closed out. The market pushed, and it is just sitting there at the bottom. It's just sitting there. A bunch of doji candles. In fact, I wonder if I can click here to show you this real quick. Let me see if this works. Yes, it does. So here we are. If you're looking at, that's a doji candle right there. Indecision. There's no body of the candle. Yes, I get it. It's AUD JPY. It's the day chart. But it's just huge indecision. And most likely because they're just waiting to move it back towards the top or up, which is where our take profit is. Well, we're not in AUD JPY anymore, but this movement, this entire movement here, I can measure it. This entire movement was, let's see, so that is over, it says 14 days, a minus 982 pips. That wrecked most people's accounts. It was completely unexpected. That wrecked people's accounts. Not much more I can say about that. So let me come back here to the mobile, which is this one, and we'll move on. As far as I'm trying to think, the best thing I can show you here. So there's no real trade closure results. Oh, in line with what I was saying that I'm doing, that you'll naturally get, and you should also think about yourself. So I'm going to put all the power into closing out what we have. So let's say AUD CAD closed out right now in profit. I am not going to allow any more AUD CAD trades until every other currency pair closes out in the system. One of the things I'm going to have to do as the service provider to you guys is I'm going to redo the premium signals monitoring account as soon as everything closes. And I believe I'm going to redo the entire account. And instead of bidding a 1.0 lot base lot size, I'm going to bid a 0.10 base lot size. Again, it's a monitoring account. That particular monitoring account was a $5 million account, and it pretty much blew itself out bidding $10 per pip base level on 22 different currency pairs. That shows you how powerful the market was. It blew out a $5 million demo account trading 22 currency pairs at a 1.0 lot size. The reason I like to do the 1.0 lot size as an example and demo is it shows you how scalable my system is. You could bid 10 cents, you could bid $10. I also like to show you that if you look at this here, so we've got AUD CAD bidding 1.0, 1.0, and then it increased the lot size to 2.0. That means double what you were trading, double the lot size if you're taking all of these trades, right? So what it's going to become is it's going to become a 0.10 lot size, and then when it increases, it'll become a 0.20 lot size or a 0.30 or 0.40. So I'm just going to reduce it so when we get in a crazy market like this, it doesn't blow out the demo account, which is the first time I've ever seen that in my lifetime of trading Forex, 7+ years, 8 years, to blow out a $5 million demo account because the market went so hard on so many pairs. Absolutely insane. I told you that the overall algorithm bidding a 0.01 lot size was $150,000 in drawdown. What? I've said that number. You couldn't have, if you ever told me, if you came back from the future and said one day bidding 0.01 on 22 pairs in the market would get you $150,000 drawdown, I go, you know what? You're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. I saw it happen. So there is no blaming. Again, I don't blame people for overbidding. Even if you're bidding 0.01, you probably had to force some losses if you're trading the entire algorithm. So let's talk about not trading the entire algorithm real quick. And I'm really talking to the members right now. People using a free signal, who knows how serious they are. But let me talk to the members, the paid subscribers, the lifetime license holders. I'm going to kind of off the top of my head rant a little bit on maybe a better way for you to approach this. Instead of me telling people what they should bid, I'm going to more so look at the structure of your trading. So I'll give you an example. If you trade the entire algorithm, 22 currency pairs, based off of what happened last week, I would tell you that I didn't even know that could happen in the market, but it did. Based off of that, what I would tell you is that instead of trading the full algorithm should only ever be monitored so you can see what the market's doing. Okay? So I'll provide that to you as a paid subscriber, the premium signals monitoring account, right? But in terms of trading it, if you're going to trade it, I believe that you're better off trading certainly the 10 pip hybrid, but the concept of the 10 pip hybrid is trading non-cross currency pairs, groups of currency pairs. And I've showed that list before, and I could probably pull it up right now while we're talking, but that's not the point. It's in the group. And if you're in the group, ask me. Ask me what the 6 groups are. But that's certainly a better way to do it, to trade groups. If you're going to trade the entire algorithm, you probably shouldn't. Just because we see that the market can just push you so hard, you're trading too many currency pair crosses. I would think that would be my major advice moving forward. Stop trading AUD, 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 AUD pairs. It's dumb. We saw what happened last week. If you were in any one of those pairs, you'd have been in a lot better scenario had you not been overbidding. There were people that were overbidding, right? But even then, AUD JPY last week would have taken any account. It would have taken a $50,000 account and ruined it. It would have nearly taken a $100,000 account and ruined it. There's no doubt about it. We just have never seen that unprecedented level of movement. So how do you plan for that? The next step is to not come to me, again, in the middle of your account bleeding. It's time to start practicing. It's time to start sending these trades that you think you want from the overall algorithm to a demo account, and be the crazy person on your demo account. Way overbid, but manage it. Have some limits set for yourself. At 10,000% margin level, probably should start taking a look at what you should do. Probably should start learning how to stop the bleeding, because it seemed to me that people will bid so when it gets rough, their account bleeds. I only had one account that I forced close some losses before I ever got even close to anything. Protected the entire thing. I was like, you know what? Get me out right now. And I did it. Everyone else is like, most people, unfortunately, they just watch it go and go and go. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. And it never comes back. So you have to have some sort of practice where you understand your limitation. Do not be afraid to force a loss. Honestly, if I have a $10,000 account, I'd rather take a $2,000 loss that I forced than to wake up and have it $95 in the morning because it just margin out, and I'm not paying attention. That's what happens. That's what happens to everybody, because everybody that doesn't really practice. So I won't lean too much on that. You're better off practicing and bringing me your non-emotional, horrible numbers on a practice account and say, what would you do here? And learning. That's all I can say. Start practicing. I'd rather have you come to me on a random Wednesday afternoon with a screenshot that says, Terry, I'm practicing. This is my bid, obviously an outrageous bid. How do I start mitigating my losses here? Because that's the thing. That's the one skill set, especially with my system, because you get lulled into thinking that it's just going to win forever, having no idea that the market could even do what it did last week. So it's going to seem slow probably. Hopefully we'll get so much momentum. Let me finish that sentence. It's going to seem slow probably because I'm going to start stopping currency pairs. They close out. I'm not taking any more on that one. We're literally going to get right down to the very last currency pair and last trade before it closes, and then I'll reset the system. Not really reset it, but turn it back on, right, and kind of give everybody some breathing room. Because right now I don't know what trades people are in, since most people are like, I'm just going to trade the entire algorithm because this thing is incredible, until the market takes advantage of you like they did. So I don't know what trades you got open. What I'm going to do along the way is say, not what you should do. I'm going to say, I'm entering, for example, AUD CAD buy right now. Because if you go look at the chart itself, I'm like, I'm entering a buy right now because we're right here and we're going to right here. I feel like this is a good time to scale in. Now, if I do, this is me. I tell you what I'm doing. Don't follow me. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? But what I'm doing, if I'm going to add a trade, if we're going towards that take profit and I'm going to add a trade, I'm not going to add a huge lot size. I'm going to add a little bit of a trade. If it goes farther, I'm going to scale in a little bit more. Goes farther, I'm going to scale in a little bit more. As opposed to going really heavy and then all of a sudden it goes against us again. Let's see what the news is going to do. Hell, if you're willing to pay attention to it enough, at about 20 pips from take profit, 15 pips from take profit is when you can start scaling in pretty heavy. Doesn't mean it's still not going to move against you. I don't know. But I'm telling you what I'm doing. It's risk. It's gambling. Put it all on 7. Lucky 7. Unless you're playing craps. So, get out of the mentality that you should start taking trades the week after the worst market downturn, bearish system we've ever seen in our lives. That you should start taking aggressive trades to recover. I'd say right now, we're going to get out of all these trades and get back in at a subtle lot size and kind of sit back and go, you know what? I'd like to survive from now until the election, because I'm certain that's kind of affecting some things. I'm certain it is. You know, within a month period, what did we have? We had a terrible presidential debate. We had an assassination. We had a president resign from running the election. And we had a vice president start just all of a sudden, I'll be the nominee, right? So that affects a lot of things. And of course, the banks and the hedge funds are going to take advantage of that. But we will close out all these trades. It will seem slow, but I would tell you it's be slow. And in getting through some of these, because there's a lot of great trades. We'll go look at a couple. There's a lot of great trades right now. I think like CAD Chief, I had jumped into that. Let me pause the screen. I'll go find an account. I'm going to leverage some of these, we'll call it price recoveries back to take profit. I'm going to leverage some of these and try to, again, high risk. But I'll let you know what I'm doing. Everyone trades so much different. Everyone's account balance is different. Like right now, there's a handful of overly emotional people in the group that took a hit last week, and it affected them emotionally. And you shouldn't. Money replenishes. The markets will bounce back. You learn. I come out of it. I get it. People are like, I lost a lot of money. Whatever a lot of money is to you. I'd say everybody lost. Even I forced my own losses last week. System didn't do it to me. I did it. So we're on pause. Let me pull up what I want to show you here. I'm trying to think of the best example to show you. Let's take a look. Here's a random sample account that I'm just going to jump into. And this thing's all over the place. I was really just trying to keep the sample demo account alive. We'll take a look at it here. Really what you're seeing is not indicative of anything other than number of trades a pair had to go into because the market was pushing against it. So AUD-CAD, you know we're already in that one. You'll notice what I did here just to save this demo sample account so we could kind of still monitor the entire system. AUD-CAD was bidding 2.0 lot size, and I took it down to 0.01, 0.01, 0.01. So these aren't really valid trades per se, but they're indicative of how many trades are on that currency pair, and more importantly, when I click this, what the take profit is. 65701, if I jump up here higher to like this one, it's not going to update those. It's because, and this was, I just had to kind of stop it from bleeding, right? But what you get to see is you get to see the number of, and each one of these pairs is going to be different. They were all acting so different. I was just kind of like trying to save the monitoring account from it blowing itself out. I mean, look up at the top here. It's a $500,000 account, right? That was a $5 million account. I mean, obviously I'm way overbidding on this, but again, it's a monitor/sample account. So this is indicative of everything. Let's go look at, so this CAD Chief, okay? Look at how many trades this thing went into. And here's what's interesting. So it's bidding 2.0, 2.0. And then look at this. I was like, okay, stop the bleeding at the 2.0 lot size on this account and go ahead and bid 0.01. Look, that was during the push. Look how many trades it was already in. I don't even want to count these. And then look how many trades, once I told it to just stop bidding that high, it's just trade after trade after trade after trade after trade. I mean, look at this thing. It just goes and goes and goes and goes forever. If we go look at it on the chart, and this is not my algorithm doing this. This is my algorithm. Takes a normal trade. If it goes against, it manages it into a profit. It went against so hard that look at all of these trades. It's absolute insanity. The take profit is right here. This is the day chart, and the price is right here. So this is not on the monitor account going to be a profitable trade. However, what this does allow you to do by seeing this is it allows you to see that we're nearing the take profit, so you can scale in and add some of these trades if your account can handle it. I'm trying to think of an account that I'm doing it on. I really don't even have to show you. I added a couple trades yesterday. And, you know, we're close to TP. If I zoom out here, I think I probably have to do it on the, yeah, because it's up and the way the mobile phone works, you can't really see the take profit. So I have to do like the 4 hour. Let's see. Can you still can't see it on there. I got to scale it way down. There you go. So here's where we're at right now. Let me erase that. Here's where we're at right now, and the take profit is right here. I can't draw a straight line if I tried. Right here. And then right here. So there's not much room in there, but I would tell you, if you have room in your account, you could do a buy trade on CAD CHF. I'm not saying that I know anything I'm talking about. This news could launch tonight, tomorrow, and push this way back down here. Absolutely could. We don't know. Just because it's heading towards take profit doesn't going to mean it's going to do that. But am I taking a risk? Absolutely. Will I take a risk? I will. I'm getting back in the game, and it is what it is. But I think from now on, I am going to suggest on June 1st, everyone knocks their bids way down, because we have seen it go 2 years in a row. Last summer, July and August, we got hit pretty hard. This July, we got hit as hard as I've ever seen. So you have to anticipate it a little bit. Let's see. What else do I want to show you? We can go back and look at some of the other trades. So we got Euro CAD. Not doing too bad. See where I had to reduce the bid just to make the demo account survive. Euro USD. That's actually a pretty decent trade. Seems very normal. Normal movement. Normal amounts. Let's go look at it on the chart. Yeah. I mean, obviously it's got some push against. And guess what's at the bottom there? A doji candle. That's a doji candle. Indecision. Who knows which way it's going to go? We'll see. I'd almost think that because they're all in so much drawdown that they've got to move it back towards our take profit. We'll see. NZD CAD, is that the one? No, that is relatively normal right now. But you can see basically every pair has pushed. Look at this NZD USD. It has just pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. And that's the last pair in the sequence of trades. So this NZD USD, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 trades on NZD USD. We got all this USD news this week. We'll see what happens. But again, you probably can't even see this on the chart. Doji candle, take profit up here. Would I be entering NZD USD buy right now? I don't think so. I still feel like it's obviously that doji candle is showing that it's indecision, right? However, on the other hand, the bulk of my profits this week is not going to come from new trade entries on new currency pairs. It's going to be on manual trade entries on pairs that are already open. And my desire is that the news, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, is going to move it all, everything we got, into closure, take profit. And although I feel like this is far away right now, too far to be just entering buy trades randomly, certainly if the TP is here, somewhere in this area, somewhere in the middle, is when I'll start entering. And what's cool about this is if you're willing to roll the dice and take the risk and watch and monitor what we got going on the full algorithm, if you did have to take some losses last week, mostly forced, the system wasn't taking losses mathematically, but mathematically, most people didn't have a $5 million account or a $100,000, $200,000 account to survive the downturn on every currency pair we had. So I just want to make sure I'm saying the fact that it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I'm going to leverage some of these trades on the way back to take profit to mitigate anything I had to force myself to lose last week. Okay. I think that's what I wanted to share with you. So let me look at something here. I think, kind of sentiment. So here we are Monday. There's only a few people watching live right now. I think it kicked a lot of people in the gut. And many people are pretty upset. Many people are, I'm glad, because guess what? I get a lot. Well, I'm going to pay more attention now, Terry. I'm going to practice. I'm going to ask more questions. Probably a good idea, partner. Probably a good idea, partner. I feel good about this. I think I'm going to have a nicely profitable week by surfing some of these deep currency pairs, surfing back towards take profit. That is what I'm going to do. I am not allowing any new trades to enter the system unless something, like I think last night it was it Euro AUD closed out. By the time I logged into the system, and I'm like 2 minutes away from my system, right? The computer and all that stuff. By the time I got up, turned the lights on, turned the monitor on, it had re-entered a Euro AUD. I didn't want it to do that. I almost closed it out in profit, but I let it. It ended up closing out in profit again last night. I'm not saying you're trading that or that there was a reason to trade it, but that's what did happen. It's going to happen on some other pairs, I'm sure. But the idea is that when something closes out in profit, we're out of it, and we're putting all of the power into. Let's count real quick how many currency pairs we have open right now. Not how many trades, but currency pairs. So let's see. It's one pair, 2 pair, 3 pair, 4 pair, 5 pairs, 6 pairs, 7 pairs. Yeah, so we're in 7 currency pairs right now. On this account, bidding 1.0, that's a $35,000 drawdown. Pretty insane. Pretty insane. But as we close out of each of those, it'll also give us a very focused opportunity, like this AUD CAD, to enter and capitalize on that going to take profit. Same thing with CAD Chief. We'll be able to capitalize on that thing going towards take profit. And I think if I look at any, certainly all of them are an opportunity, but also NZD USD is something that we can capitalize on and take some profit. I'm going to be really aggressive because I have money to lose. I can afford to lose money. If you can't, or you're emotionally involved with it, don't do anything right now. But I am going to take a bunch of high risk on these few pairs that are open, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs, whatever we have open, and I'm going to surf them back towards take profit. I'll let you know what I'm doing in the group. I'll let you know when I'm entering on a particular pair and what I'm doing, and you have to do that for yourself. But again, it's high risk. And you know what? I mean, I don't mean to sound like an ass. I have money to lose. And so I'll risk it. And it's more so kind of like fun and entertainment for me, just like gambling. I mean, there's probably some people that gamble, trying to make a living at it, but you go out and you gamble for the pure entertainment. And a lot of what I'm doing here this week closing all these trades out and surfing the trade back to profit is pure entertainment. So you do what you want. It's high risk if you're trying to actually earn some sort of income or make money with it. Yeah, I hate to say it that way. People are like, "Wow, you're a real jerk, Terry. Is this all fucking fun and games for you?" Yeah, life is fun and games for me. I'm not going to let it get me down. I see a lot of people letting this get them down. Probably shouldn't do that. So that's it. I'm really excited about the lives the rest of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Bunch of news. I hope it's going crazy. We'll have some fun. I'll tell you what I'm entering. You can see everything in the monitoring account. I know I normally we'll look real quick. I haven't looked at these. Let's go look at my gold scalper account. I don't know what it's doing. I thought it was in a bunch of trades. Oh, no. It did what I said. I asked it to make $10 per day. It made $10. So that's pretty cool. Let's go look at the test algorithm I had running. I have not looked at this one either. Here it is. Seemed like it was in a lot of drawdown. Yeah, this thing's doing its thing. I don't know if I'm necessarily happy with it per se, but it's in quite a few trades right now, and I would imagine that it is because the market is just batshit crazy right now in terms of closures. It's at a net profit $32, right? But again, we're in one of the craziest markets I've ever seen in my life. And on a $10,000 account, $500 drawdown, 2,800% margin level, I have no problem with that. Mathematically, this thing is doing what it's supposed to do. So that's it. I'll stop there, and we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see what the news does tonight. Pay attention to it. You got crazy questions for me? Get in the group. Ask me some crazy stuff. I'm glad to answer. I will see you on tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon's live session. Take care.
Thank you for joining us on the Forex Trading Daily Live Show. Get access to all of the free trades with full auto trading at fxwithterry.com. Be sure to subscribe and get notified of the daily live stream. And get ready for your next profitable Forex trade.